We did see this slide last time ever so briefly. So we said nucleotides are the building blocks of RNA and DNA. Amino acids are building blocks of peptides and proteins. Sugars are the building blocks of carbs. And these are all biological polymers. Okay? There were a couple muddiest point questions that were like, I just really don't understand how this is a polymer. Like, that's not how I learned polymers and I don't get it. That's fine. Let that go, because it is a polymer, so don't fight me. Polymer has to have a repeat unit. Here's my marker. Okay? Has to have a repeat unit. That is its definition. So I think we said for polyethylene, it's a really simple repeat unit, right? It's C2H4. And this repeats over and over and over. And for polypropylene, the repeat unit was you put a methyl on one of them. Okay, you don't have to memorize these. You don't have to memorize what polypropylene is, what polystyrene is. This is not important for this class. But this is now a different repeat unit. And you could have polypropylene all the way down. Let's say you could have a copolymer. So it could go this ethane molecule, then it could go this molecule, then it could go C2H4, then it could go the methyl. Like, it could change every other one. It might change randomly, it might change in big chunks, some type of copolymer. You could have a third one. I really don't know any scenario where you have like propylene and ethylene and PVC all mixed together. But you could try to synthesize that if you were feeling it, I don't know. But again, having some repeating unit is what makes a polymer a polymer. These have repeating units. There's some sugar or sugars that repeat. There's amino acids. There's 20 of them. So it's a copolymer because we're not just one amino acid all the way down the string, but it's still a polymer because it has repeating units. Lipids are not polymers. And just easy as that for now. Okay, so the rest of today will be spent on describing DNA structure in more detail. Like I said, should be reviewed. So the basic structure of the nucleotide is this here. We have the base, is shown in green. We have a 5-carbon sugar, shown in black. And we have one or more phosphate groups, which is shown here in red. I will never ask you to draw this. I will never ask you to draw this. You probably definitely have to draw this somewhere else. I won't. No. That's such a waste of time, in my opinion. Recognize it. If you saw this structure and there's no labels on it, and I said, is it a nucleotide, or is it an amino acid, or is it a lipid or something, be able to look at the shape of the molecule and be like, yeah, that has the pieces of nucleotide. But never draw it. No. I would never do that to you. Okay? So base, sugar, phosphate. Nucleotide is all three. Nucleoside is sugar base without the phosphates on it. I may use that terminology, so be aware of it. Okay? I don't know what is a good hint, or I like pneumatics, I like things that like make me triggers to remember stuff. Nucleoside and sugar on the S's, I'm not sure. Someone thinks of a good one, let me know. Okay? We can have more than one phosphate. We can have 2. We can have 3. Tri, di, monophosphate, all totally possible. Okay? What else do we know of that is a triphosphate? ATP, beautiful. Here it is in all its glory.